Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first intermediate grade. Our textbook is Super Gold 2 and today we will cover the unit Let's Celebrate Grammar and Listening. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazna Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Salih Al-Ajan. So let's begin. Our objectives in today's lesson, we hope that at the end of this lesson you will be able to use object pronouns and apply infinitive after like and need and combine let's with a verb and complete a chart from an audio material. Before we do this, let's make quick revision on our last lesson. Last lesson we talked about the national days from different countries around the world. We started with National Day of Saudi Arabia. We said it happens to be on September 23rd. And people usually on that day, they fly flags and everything you can see is covered in green. And also we talked about the National Day in Oman, which happens to be on November 18th, where there are the official celebrations and fireworks. And also we talked about the National Day of UAE. We said that it will be on December the 2nd, where they decorate the streets and the buildings with lights. And also we talked about the National and Liberation Days of Kuwait, which happens to be on February 25th and 26th, where people usually have different fireworks to do there. And also we had a pair work where we form a conversation on asking about the National Day, and we said that when you have a friend or maybe a family member to ask them about their National Day, you can have questions like, when is the national holiday and what do people usually do? And you will see different answers about that. So this is one of the things that we already did in our last lesson. So as for our lesson today, I would like you please to open your books on page 50. I would like you please to open your books on page 50. On page 50, we're going to talk about object pronouns and the difference between the subject pronouns and object pronouns. And we have said that the subject pronouns is usually the pronouns we use before a verb. Like, for example, when I say, I play, he travels, they study. So we use the subject pronouns like I, you, he, she, we, you, and they. We usually use them before the verb. And now we're going to learn new pronouns, a new type of pronouns. We call these pronouns as the object pronouns, as we have here in our lesson. So what do object pronouns do? We usually use the object pronouns when we refer to either a singular, someone, or we refer to a group of people. And we have in front of each subject pronoun its appropriate object pronoun. So for example, the object pronoun that is suitable for I, it is me. So when you want to refer, when someone wants to refer to you, they would use the object pronoun me. And for you, it will goes the same. For he, we would use him. And for she, we would use the object pronoun of she is her. And for we is us. And you is the same. And for they, it is them. So we use the object pronoun, as I said, after the verb to ask or to refer to someone that who has did the verb. For example, he knows me. He knows me. So here he is a subject pronoun, knows is a verb, and me, this is the object pronoun. Here I am referring to me. The next one, I know you. So here I am referring to you. And here, I know him. Here I am referring to, we use him after the verb, so I am referring to a third person, not me, not you, to him. I know him. And also the same goes here, I know her. And here we have, they know us. Us, this is the object pronouns of the subject we. It means me and you. And also here, they know you. And the last thing is we know them. So this is how can we use the object pronouns. We use them after the verb just to refer to people and it's the same as the subject pronouns in terms of meaning. So we have object pronouns to talk about I, myself, and about you, and about he, to you, him, and about she, her, and they, them, and we, us. Now, we have left one subject pronoun. Do you remember what that subject pronoun is? Very good. The subject pronoun, it. We haven't talked about this. So it here can be also used as a subject pronoun and also as an object pronoun. So for example, have a look at this one. It is a turkey. It is a turkey. We are going to buy it. We are going to buy it. So here in this sentence, I used it as a subject pronoun and also as an object pronoun. So we can use, or we can form similar sentences to this by using the other subject pronouns and object pronouns we have. So it can be used for both. And also now the second part of our grammar rule today, which is need, want, and like plus infinitive. So here we have three different verbs that we use them with infinitive, but each one has a specific purpose or specific function. Let's see them now. So when we use need plus infinitive, and what I mean by infinitive is to plus a verb, we use it usually when we talk about necessity. That's something that needs to happen. For example, what do we need to buy for the celebration? What do we need to buy for the celebration? We need to buy some snacks. So because we have celebration, we need to buy some snacks. This is a necessity. Let's talk about the other verb with infinitive, which is want. Do you want to invite your friend? Yes, I want to invite him or her. So here we use want plus infinitive when we talking about something specific for a specific time. What about like? Let's read the example and see how can we use like. Do you like to watch parades? Yes, I like to watch them. So we use like plus infinitive to express our preferences, the things that we prefer. So to talk in more details, we use need plus infinitive to talk about necessity, the things that very important, the things that are necessary. We use need plus infinitive. And also we use like to or like plus infinitive. This is general, to talk about our preference, the things that we like in general. And with want, we use it that we want to do something at specific time or something specific. For example, let's read the example here. When I say, I like to eat pizza. I like to eat pizza. So here I talked about something general. I'm not eating pizza right now, but I'm talking about something general. Let's read the other example. I want to eat pizza for lunch. I want to eat pizza for lunch. So here I appointed specific time. So I want to eat pizza for lunch. So again, we use like. This is general, like plus infinitive. I like to play, I like to listen, I like to read. So this is something general. And we use want, we usually use it plus infinitive for something specific or for specific time. For example, when we say, I want to eat pizza for lunch, or I want to play football on Saturday, and so on. Now, the last thing we have in our grammar rule here, the verb let's plus a verb. And usually we use let's plus a verb to make or agree to suggestion. For example, if I ask you now, what do you want to do? If I ask you, what do you want to do now? Some of you may say, I want to play a game. Then I will make a suggestion. I would say, let's play a game. Let's play a game. If I ask someone else and I said, what do you want to do now? And he said that I want to talk. Then I can make a suggestion. I can say, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. So we use let's plus a verb just to make suggestion. To make suggestion to different people or to agree on their statements. So now, here we have a very important exercise. Here what I would like you to do is to complete the sentences using the correct object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, us, and them. So let's read the first example here. We need to invite our friends. I can ask them. And why did we choose them here? Because we're talking about friends, a group of people. Let's try and to answer number one. Number one, he wants to invite Jack. He is going to call. So here, what is the object pronoun that we should use here? So before we choosing, we need to read the sentence again and find out who is the subject or who is the person that need to complete the sentence. So he wants to invite Jack and he is going to call. So it's the first person here. He is going to call. To call who? Jack. So what is the pronoun that we should use when we're referring to Jack? Very good. The pronoun is him. We need to call him. Number two, Sandra is her best friend. She is going to visit. Sandra is her best friend. She is going to visit. So were we talking about here about Sandra? So what is the object pronoun that is suitable for Sandra? Very good. The object is her. Number three, I want to meet my neighbors. I don't know. So again, here I'm talking about neighbors, not one person. It's neighbor, more than one. So I don't, what is the subject or the object pronoun we use for a plural or a group of people? Very good. It is them. Number four, we want to come to your graduation. Don't forget. So here I begin this sentence with we. We want to come to the graduation. Don't forget. Excellent. Don't forget us. I'm talking about we. And here, please listen. I am talking. So you are, this is an imperative. This is a direct question. Please listen. I am talking to you. Very good. I am talking to you. So here we have the answers of the first exercise. The first one we have is him, her, them, us, me, and you. Very good. The next exercise we have is unscrambling the sentences. Here what we need to do, here we're going to see a different sentence that is not in the correct order, and what we need to do is to put them in the right order. So we usually, as we have learned, we usually start the sentences by using the subject pronoun. After this comes the verb. So for example, here the first one, I, which is the subject pronoun, what comes after it? We have learned that comes after it either a verb or an infinitive that we should use, and then we complete the sentence. Let's see how we come up or how can we answer the first one. So here, as you can see, we started with the subject pronoun, I need to talk. So here is need plus infinitive. I need to call my friends. I need to call my friends. So this is an example or the answers of the first one. Let's try to answer number two. Number two, the house likes to decorate Miriam. So what is the first word we should write here? Very good. We always start with the subject. Miriam likes to decorate the house. Number three, snacks to buy. You do need and question mark. So all of these words, what is the question mark or the question word that we should use? Excellent. It is do. So do, after this, the subject pronoun. Do you need to buy snacks? Do you need to buy snacks? Very well. Let's move on to number four. Like laptop, he, to share, doesn't, and his. So as we said, we always start with the subject pronoun. And what is the subject pronoun in this case? Excellent. The subject pronoun is he. He doesn't like to share his laptop. And we have the last one. Don't an invitation need we to send? Again, we started with the subject pronoun in this case. And what is the subject pronoun here? It is we. Very good. So we would say we don't need to send an invitation. So here we have an examples, and let's make it to the last one. Want you to a graduation party do to come. So since and a question mark, since this is a question, what is the question word that we should use? Excellent. It is do. So here we would say, do you want to come to a graduation party? Do you want to come? So here after the subject pronoun, we started with a verb, an infinitive, and then we completed the sentence. So these are the answers of the second exercise, exercise number B. Now, let's turn to page 51. Let's turn to page 51. So I would like you please to have a look at the pictures you can see on page 51. And you can see similar sentences as you can see here on your books. For example, you would see a number, and after this comes the subject pronoun and a clause or a sentence. What we need to do here is that we're going to use the information we have here to form a question like this, and also to answer based on the pictures that we can see. For example, the first picture you have, so we made the question like this. What do you want to do during the holiday? I want to spend some time with my friends. So here from these words, we can form a question, and the answer, we can predict the answer by looking at the photos or the pictures you can see on page 51. Let's try to make number 2. Number 2, we have Badr and his family. These are the subjects. And Eid al-Fitr. So we need to do the similar question. We need to make similar question to the first example about what they are going to do. So to be specific, we would say, what do Badr and his family want to do on Eid al-Fitr? And here we can think of many answers. One of them is, they want to have a family dinner or a traditional meal. Let's now answer number 3. On number 3, we have you and Eid al-Fitr. So let's make a question about you on Eid al-Fitr. We would say, similar one, what do you want to do on Eid al-Fitr? I want to see my cousins, eat dates, and drink tea. So this is a sample answer of number 3. Number 4, your family and vacation. So here we need to ask about what are the things that you do with your family on a vacation. The question will be like, what does your family want to do on a vacation? They want to go to the beach. Also, you can have similar answer to this. Number 5, you in the graduation day. Let's make similar questions like, what do you want to do on your graduation day? You can say, I want to have a graduation party. Of course, you can say, I want to have a celebration. I want to travel. I want to do many things. So you can write similar answers to this. And now we're going to move to the second part of our lesson today, which is listening. In this listening exercise, what I need you to do is to listen to the invitations on the telephone answering machines. And I need you to complete the chart. So we're going to listen to the invitations. One of them is about Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, and the third one is about graduation party. And what I need you to do is to write down what day each of these holidays will be, and what also the time, and also what is the place. So as we always do, we're going to listen twice. The first time you only listen for listening, and for the second time you listen to write down the answers. So let's begin.
1. Amr, this is your brother. We're driving to our parents' house on Tuesday. The whole family is going to be there to celebrate Eid. I'll pick you up around 11 o'clock in the morning. Our grandparents are coming with us. We need to pick them up on the way.
2. Now all, we're going to celebrate Eid al-Adha at the farm with the whole family. Our cousins from the US are going to be there too. We are going to leave on Wednesday afternoon, at 3 o'clock. Our father is going to drive us there. Mother and Aunt Nazia are already there.
3. Hi Bob. This is Fahd. I'm going to have a graduation party next Thursday, at the Lebanese restaurant near the mall. My father and I are going to be there at 7 o'clock to check everything. The party is going to begin at 8 p.m. Please tell your brother.
Very well. Very well. Now we have listened for the first time. Now we're going to listen for the second time. Now try, while you listen, to write down the answers.
1. Amr, this is your brother. We're driving to our parents' house on Tuesday. The whole family is going to be there to celebrate Eid. I'll pick you up around 11 o'clock in the morning. Our grandparents are coming with us. We need to pick them up on the way.
2. Now all, we're going to celebrate Eid al-Adha at the farm with the whole family. Our cousins from the US are going to be there too. We are going to leave on Wednesday afternoon, at 3 o'clock. Our father is going to drive us there. Mother and Aunt Nazia are already there.
3. Hi Bob. This is Fahd. I'm going to have a graduation party next Thursday, at the Lebanese restaurant near the mall. My father and I are going to be there at 7 o'clock to check everything. The party is going to begin at 8 p.m. Please tell your brother.
Very well. Now we have listened twice to the listening exercise. What do we need to do now is we're going to start write down our answers. So let's start with Eid al-Fitr. What day Eid al-Fitr will be based on the listening you have just listened to? Very good, it will be on Tuesday. And do you remember what time? Very good, it will be on 11 o'clock. And what about the place? Excellent, it will be on our parents' house. Now let's move on to the second holiday, Eid al-Adha holiday. So what day it will be? Very good, it will be on Wednesday. And what time? Excellent, it will be on 3 o'clock. And the place, do you remember the place? Very good, it is on our family farm. Now let's move on to the last holiday we have, which is a graduation party. On what day? Very good, it will be on Thursday. And what time? Very good, it will be on 8 o'clock. And finally, the place will be on Lebanese restaurants. So, very well, here we have the answers of our listening exercise that we have just listened to. And now, we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.